Here's another example of multiplying two complex numbers. So let's go ahead and say we have -1 plus I, and we want to multiply that by 7 minus 6I. Okay, so what we're going to do is write -1 plus I in parentheses, and then next to that in parentheses, 7 minus 6I. Okay, and again, make sure we have the parentheses around the -1 plus I and the 7 minus 6I because we're multiplying this entire number by this entire number here. So just like in the previous example, we're going to FOIL. So first, outer, inner, last. So we'll show a little bit less detail this time, just in the interest of saving time. So first is going to give us -1 times 7, -1 times 7. Outer gives us -1 times -6I, which is going to be plus 1 times 6I. So negative times negative gives us a positive, so we have plus 1 times 6I. And then inner is going to be plus I times 7. And then last gives us plus I times -6I. So we're going to have minus I times 6I. Okay? So, and here this is minus I times 6I because we have a positive I times a -6I. So positive times a negative gives us a negative, so that's why we have a minus sign here. Now simplifying this, we have -1 times 7 is -7. Plus 1 times 6I is just plus 6I. Multiplying by 1 does nothing. Plus I times 7, the more common way to write that is just 7I, plus 7I. And then here we have minus I times 6I, or in other words, minus 6I squared. Okay? So simplifying further, we have -7 plus 6I plus 7I, that's going to give us plus 13I. And then we have minus 6I squared. Remember, I squared is -1. So this is minus 6 times -1, like that. So then this becomes -7 plus 13I minus 6 times -1, but minus 6 times -1 means plus 6. So then our final answer is going to be, well, -7 plus 6, what's that? That's -1. And then we have this plus 13I hanging out here by itself. And that's it. So if we take -1 plus I and multiply that by 7 minus 6I, then our final result is going to be -1 plus 13I. And that's another example of multiplying two complex numbers.